Mr. Murori, Mr. Mukhari, Mr. Tuzi, Mr. Muplong, Mr. Tevi, Mrs. Wuki, Mr. Jansen van Rensburg, Mrs. Mahemedi, Mr. Kunyani, and Mr. Jan Laubscher, sorry, for accused number 5.
Please, Your Worship, I confirm my appearance on behalf of accused number 1 and accused number 7, Mr. Kahisho Mururi. M-O-R-I.
M-O-R-U-R-I, Your Worship.
Accused number 1 and 7.
1 and 7, yes, Your Worship.
Thank you.
This is the court, Your Worship. Ms. Huki from our additional attorneys, and I confirm my appearance on behalf of accused number 2, Your Worship.
Ms. Who?
Huki.
Can you spell that?
W-O-O-K-E-Y, Your Worship.
Accused number 2.
Yes, Your Worship.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Worship. Worship, just a point of correction. I heard my learned colleague say Mrs. Makamedi or something like that. I'm actually Makamedi, Mr. Makamedi TP. I'm from Legal Aid, and I'm appearing on behalf of accused 3.
Apologies, Your Worship. I have just informed accused 2 and 10.
10.
Yes, Your Worship.
Thank you.
May I please the court? My name is J.H. Laubscher from Laubscher and Laubscher Incorporated in Victoria. I'm coming on the record on behalf of accused number 5, Mr. Thabo Bester. And I will be ably assisted in the follow-up proceedings by Advocate Zandili Boshololo. May I please the court?
May it please the court, Your Worship. Your Worship, I've consulted with Mr. Bester at length. I don't want to jump the gun. I've consulted with accused number 5 at length before the matter proceeded. I have not been excused as attorney of the court yet. However, I do not hold instructions that either my mandate has been terminated or I should withdraw as attorney of the court. May the court just lay it up with accused number 5, Your Worship.
Thank you, Mr. Bester. You currently have Mr. Mattia on record as your legal representative. What is this?
Your Honor, they're both going to be part of my team, so I'm not withdrawing these as and both of them inspecting attorneys of Advocate Boshololo and everyone is there. So I would want both of them to remain on the team.
Thank you.
I
Mr.
don't know if
Mattia.
it's legally possible, Your Worship, however, we are in the situation.
Representatives and the client will have to sort out between them. Thank you. The next one, appearing for case number 6.
May it please the court, Your Worship. I am Masilo Kwenani. Kwenani is spelled K-O-E-N-A-N-E. And I represent accused number 6 and number 8. Court please.
Thank you.
As the court pleases, Your Worship, I rise to confirm my appearance on behalf of accused number 9. It's Mr. Tebe.
Your Worship, I confirm my appearance on behalf of accused number 12 on Mr. Court pleases.
As the court pleases, Your Worship, I confirm my appearance on behalf of accused number 11. In this matter, Your Worship, Ms. Modise.
Have we got everybody on record now? I also have Mr. Motlaun here. That is for accused number 4. He's not present.
Thank you. And to please support, Your Worship. Your Worship, I'm
going to withdraw the matters against the following accused. Natasha Jansen, will you please stand up? Mr. Mir and Ramadullah. I am withdrawing the case.
Can I just hear from the legal representative? Ms. Jansen's legal representative.
What is Your Worship? Indeed, I represent Ms. Jansen, and we do not have problems with of the charges against her. What is this?
Thank you. Mr. Mir. Number?
Mr. Mir is number 10.
Please, Ms. Melissa.
If it is the court, Your Worship, I confirm my presence on behalf of accused number 10 and we do not have any objections to the withdrawal.
Thank you. And Mr. Ramadullah?
No objection. I thank the court, Your Worship.
Thank you. All the charges are then withdrawn against the three of you, Ms. Jansen, Ms. Mir and Mr. Ramadullah.
As the court pleases, Your Worship.
Thank you. You may stand down.
Thank you, Your Worship. Your Worship, this I'm first going to hand in the SV10E. That is a directive indicating regarding the charges that form part of the record. Thank you, my lady.
Thank you.
Then there is also a SV8 that is in brackets a pre-trial. It's information that contains in SV10, my lady.
The SV10, Exhibit M.
Thank you. As a previous report.
File is Exhibit N.
Thank you. Then I'm also handing up the indictment. It is with the charges set out, a summary of the case, as well as a list of witnesses. And I would request the court to serve that on each and every accused. I will also send via email, serve these indictments to each and every for future references. And then I would also accused. Pre-trial date was arranged this morning. It is set down for the 31st next year for purposes of a pre-trial. With the exception of accused number 4, 5, and Mr. Shua, what is his number? Sorry, I don't have the charge sheet with me. The rest are on bail, but those 3 are in custody. Thank you. As it pleases the court.
Accused number 4, 5, and who is in custody?
Moyo.
Moyo.
It's accused number 9, Your Worship.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, I'm now going to serve the indictments on each of the accused. The first one will be served on accused number 1. Also a summary of the evidence. Mr. Sekeleni. Mr. Lepolo. Green on case number 8. Case number 9 is Mr. Moyo. And case number 11 is Maketa, Mr. Maketa. And this copy for the charge sheet, which is marked Exhibit O.
Normally, we also serve the section 212 capital B in terms of the Criminal Procedure Act also on this occasion, but because of the unavailability of accused number 4, serve it on each and every accused. As soon as we are able to do that, and if accused number 4 is in a position to provide us with the fingerprints. And for the rest, I think I've got all the emails of the lawyers who's going to represent them. And I would also ask them, I think I don't have Mr. Tebe's email. You can just provide it for me if we adjourn. And that completes my role before you. And thank you, Your Worship.
Thank you. I'm now going to transfer the matter.
Mr. Court, please, Your Worship. Your Worship, I apologize for standing and being on my feet. My learned colleague indicated that the date of the 31st of 2024 has been arranged with Defense Counsel. I can definitively say, Your Worship, that date was never discussed with me. In fact, in the discussions that we had, we agreed that 3 alternative dates will be looked into, and then we would then come back to it. I'm taken aback by the date that is said to be arranged with everyone. It was never discussed with me. I'm not available on the 31st of January, Your Worship.
Your Worship, I went to them outside the court. They informed next year. I didn't see them again. Everyone else that I spoke to was satisfied with this. It's just a pity that they're only saying it now. So that was my arrangement with them there at the corner when the council was not prepared to go to my office. So I don't know what else to do.
Your Worship, and I apologize, Your Worship. I think that was a concession on my learned colleague's side, that indeed this date was never arranged with me. She did approach us, and I believe by they she is referring to, my learned colleague is referring to Mr. Marketing right outside court. And her request was we walk to the DPP's office at 11:45 to get a date, Your Worship. I believe vehemently that I remember vividly that Mr. Makamedi then said, the 3 alternative dates, you can just call the office, give us 3 alternative dates, and then we can discuss that. Even as I walked into court, Your Worship, she never indicated this. She had an opportunity to do that. I do not want to belabor this point, but really, Mr. Court, please, Your Worship.
What is the reason for you not being there?
Your Worship, I have, yes, no, I'm not occupied at court. I'm attending to personal matters on that day, Your Worship.
You got nobody else that can stand in?
Unfortunately, because we are being transferred to the High Court, Your Worship, my candidate attorney will not be able to stand in for me. Ordinarily, I would say he would stand in and to, be present, Your Worship. Mr. Court, please, Your Worship. Mr. Court, please, Your Worship.
Then furthermore, I need to know about what is happening. She is not present. What are we going to do?
Okay, we are going to get downstairs, and then we're going to do the transfer downstairs at the cells. Apparently, she's not in the position to informed by my investigation officer about that. But my lady, regarding another matter, it's really not my job to walk after everyone. What do they want? Must I seek them all over the country? Are all professionals? And we all must work together. So this is really coming as an unpleasant surprise to me.
Thank you. So I'll take a short adjournment to resolve the issue regarding the date. Ready to proceed with that?
All right, Harime.
In my bag, there is a cell phone.
Ek gaan ons sommer kamers en vra verskoon te word. Mevrou Sterkte.
No, ik weet het wel. Ik ben mooi. Ik toch aan het gaan. January for retail conference.
Let's check.
All right, we're bringing you visuals from Bloemfontein, Free State, where that matter has briefly been adjourned, or it's been adjourned. The state has withdrawn charges against 3 of the accused in the saga around the man known as Thabo Bester. We're also seeing reports that Nandi Pamakudumana, the police holding some...
And I get these.